Why, hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is part 2 of looking at the new updated relics, okay? So, let's just get straight into where we left off with Imrahil. So, here's the relics. Okay, Imrahil's shield is so cool. I would completely... If they made a replica of this in real life, I would buy it. Even if it wasn't a really super great one, if it was just like a cheap, $50 polyurethane kind of plastic, shield, I would still get it if it looked cool enough to be on the wall, right? Now if they made a real replica made out of steel and leather and stuff, whatever they would want to make it. I mean, this thing looks awesome. That is a cool looking shield. I am a big fan of Dol Amroth and the Swan Knights, and just in the last few years, I've noticed I've become even more of a fan of those. Probably slightly from RiseToWar, okay? Now, granted, also me studying and playing Lord of the Rings online, the MMO, as well as studying the books and learning about Imrahil and other of the Dol Amroth. They are really cool, the people of Gondor. They are, in fact, if I was going to choose a place to live, it'd be tempting to live in Dol Amroth. It's glorious sea. It has a very Numenorian vibe, right? But yet, it's not Numenor, and you're not going to get sunk by it. Anyway, moving on. All right, where were we? Okay, there we go. Speaking of glorious shields, who doesn't want a giant shield that looks like a dwarven face? Let's see, can I make that scary face? Just like... There, that's my best impression of that shield's face. So anyway, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really like this one. That one actually makes sense. His arm goes through on the right and holds on the left. Hold on. Hold on. RiseToWar. Okay, so if there's a handhold on the left and a strap on the right, it's like this, right? Right hand. You wouldn't go left hand through and hold the leather. You'd have the leather would be over your arm. What's going on here? Is that his right hand? No, it's not. And also, what's going on here? He's like barely even holding the leather, and he's not even holding the back. I love Falcon. He's one of my favorite characters in this game, and also the shield looks awesome. But hold on, they visually updated that and visually flopped it a little bit. Yes, he usually goes on his left hand. They should have just reversed the two grip holds. The hold should be here. The leather should be on the other side. I feel like maybe that was a mistake, and they realized it after the fact. Like, whoever did the shield was like, oh, no, I was supposed to put on the other side, the leather, flipping around. So then they visually are like, oh, whatever. No one's going to look. No one except for Voice of the Rings, all his viewers. All right, sorry. Again, still really good visual update. I am ranting. Let's keep going, because I want to get through a lot of these relics. Also, you notice they've done visual updates on all the characters. I think they've done a second visual update, too, more recently. Look at how cool that sword looks. Oh, I actually have his relic. His weapon from the movie has a similar look, but you drop... It's right there on the ground. Okay, he got it. Sorry. So anyway, the relic, he gets a cool helmet, which I assume he puts on, which makes me want to get it all the more. So this was a smart move by RiseToWar to make the relics actually appear on the characters when they have them. Definitely makes me want to get Ballin's relic. I'd love a replica of that helmet again, by the way. But yeah, it's really cool. Also, if you click on it, you can see what it gives, right? Like it's the same stats as the previous thing he had in the past, but it's actually not bad stats at all. Just to have it, Unit 4 defense, Command 20. This ability is not super great. He gets a bonus to orcs against orcs and dragons. I mean, that's cool, but it's not going to help that often. The next thing we have is Theoden, King of Rohan. Got his helmet right here. Can you see it? Or is it? Oh, it's kind of here. It's right there. See his helmet? It's like I got it right here. Again, I love that RiseToWar has the rights to all the helmets. Oh, sorry, I pushed the camera a little too far. Let's see his relic though. His relic is Shadowmane's Reigns. Okay, the Shadowmane. Okay, so cool. But where does he put these on? I guess these go on his actual mount when he rides up. Does he ride up? No, he doesn't ride up, though. Oh, you know what? Maybe the horse stands behind him when he has the relic. That would be cool. Anyone know? Leave a comment. Do you have it? Is that what happens? All right, next one. Eomer. Eomer has also Firefoot's reins, which I'd assume, again, go on to the horse, like the horse standing behind him right here. Again, they've definitely visually updated a second time, because we've already had the visual update on the characters, where the black thing was there, the blackness where it didn't have a background, and then they visually updated again when that was there. And then they did a bunch of visual updates, even though they removed some of the animations I liked. And they've done a third update, I think, because the textures look even better than they did. And I don't know if that's because I'm on the emulator on the computer, so it gives really high definition in the 2K, or if that's I think it looks better on the phone as well. And then let's go ahead and look at what does Eowyn get here. She has a beautiful shield. Oh my gosh, these shields! I would buy all of these as replicas, RiseToWar. Okay, just throwing that out there. Very Viking style with the thing in the middle there. I like my weaponry, guys. Whether I just do replicas for Lord of the Rings, I actually try to do my best to learn about historic replicas and historic weaponry too. But with that said, thanks to my Patreon. So that was part 2. I'll see you in part 3 of the day. I'm just gonna do these in little chunks because I think it'll help people's retention rate. Right. I'm doing an experiment with this series. All right. Have a good day in Middle Earth. Baruch Kazar Kuzar menu. The next one will be right up there if you just want to binge watch and watch the next one. Subscribe button's there. Next episode will be over there for voiceovers in the Lord of the Rings Online as well. Stay happy, and I'll see you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings.